Papua New Guinea and Solomon Islands share history when it comes to the Pacific Ocean battles of World War II, like the Battle of the Coral Sea, where the Japanese aimed to capture Port Moresby, called New Guinea, and Tulagi, called the Solomon Islands. The strategic victory in the Battle of the Coral Sea thus went to the combined U.S. and Australian forces. On the 7th of August 2022, the American Battle Monuments Commission commemorated the 80th anniversary of the Battle of Guadal-canal in Honiara Solomon Islands. The Battle of Guadalcanal was the first major land offensive launched by Allied forces against Japan during World War II, lasting from August 7, 1942 to February 9, 1943. It is estimated that 1,600 American troops were killed in action during the campaign, with more than 4,000 wounded and several thousand more succumbing to disease. The battle was a decisive victory for the Allied forces, marking the turning point of the war in the Pacific. On Skyline Ridge, Deputy Secretary of State Wendy Sherman said, "With the loss of the Guadalcanal generation to the passage of time, we have seen around the world, some around the world, who seem to have forgotten the awful lessons learned here, or perhaps never took them to heart in the first place. Leaders who believe that others must be diminished if they are to rise. Leaders who believe that coercion, pressure, and violence are tools to be used with impunity. Leaders who believe that principles and institutions the world set up after the Second World War, the rules-based international order that has enabled peace and prosperity in the Indo-Pacific and around the world for generations, can be ignored and undermined, diminished and destroyed." The Deputy Secretary and the U.S. delegation, which included U.S. Ambassador to Australia Carolyn Kennedy, additionally attended memorial events hosted by Solomon Islands and Japan. The events were focused on commemorating the sacrifices and lives of those who fought in the Battle of Guadalcanal from the United States and its allies, the people of Solomon Islands, and the people of Japan. Carol Kiddo Jr., TV1 News.
Thanks for watching TV1 News. Please like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification bell to stay up to date with the latest news.